The Apple Watch Ultra has been easily by far one of the best Apple Watches that Apple released in the market for multiple reasons. Let me go ahead and readjust this real quick. There we go, that's more like it. What's going on, guys? We're going to review of the Apple Watch Ultra and why I think it's best for you to hold off in case you're considering possibly purchasing the Apple Watch Ultra. Let's begin. So it's battery life. The battery life of the Apple Watch Ultra is by far the biggest battery capacity on any Apple Watch. And because of this allows the Apple Watch to definitely last much longer than a full day under a single charge. This makes my life so much easier and convenient, and I'm sure will definitely benefit others if you're like me, because let's admit it, we all forget to charge our devices time to time. It could be our smartphone, but the most common thing I will typically forget is to charge my Apple Watch. And the fact that this thing could last longer than a single day makes my life so much easier. In fact, with this Apple Watch, I noticed I've been able to make it last up to 3 days until I get the 10% low battery warning. And if I do forget to charge it, I can either enable low power mode, which will allow this Apple Watch to last even longer, close to 60 hours from my experience. But if I'm using the supported Apple Watch charging puck, because just about an hour of letting it charge, I have enough juice to last another day and a half without me having to charge this device. Now, the larger display also serves a lot of benefits here as well, as it is the largest display on any Apple Watch that Apple released. And because of this, not only does it make navigating the Apple Watch super easy and convenient, entering your PIN code, navigating your cards when you're using Apple Pay, but it makes reading notifications a breeze. And if you're using the new exclusive Wayfinder watch face, makes actually reading the complications on the corners right here easily readable. I know that the Apple Watch has been targeted more towards the outdoor enthusiasts, adventurous, hiker, and all that good stuff, even scuba divers. I don't do none of that really. I rarely go on crazy hikes, but I don't camp outdoors or anything like that. But I'm not afraid of exposing this watch to the hard elements. It's either I'm doing manual labor, shoveling rocks, going to the gym, or having to work on my own vehicles. I don't have the fear of accidentally cracking the display on this thing because its titanium body has been holding up extremely well. In fact, if we actually look at the watch right now, there is like no scratch marks, dents, or anything like that. There are wear and tear marks, but they're so micro tiny that it's hard to even tell they're even there. This watch has been holding on extremely well. I even spilled motor oil on it once and it's still fine. So for people who find themselves in the harshest environment, this is definitely the much more durable Apple Watch that has ever been released. Before this, my daily driver was the Series 7 Apple Watch, and my biggest fear was that edge to edge display. I will accidentally crack it, bump it into something and crack it. That was my biggest fear. Yeah, a case will resolve this, but you'll be ruining the look of the Apple Watch, and sometimes it makes it even harder to actually navigate on your screen. But with this, I never have to worry about that, and I think it's a better option instead of paying that $100 or $200 for that Best Buy Geek Squad accidental protection. Instead of paying for that, I feel much more confident putting that money towards the Apple Watch Ultra because it's that much durable. Now, other key benefits that the Apple Watch Ultra does have over the standard Series 8 Apple Watch or the SE2 is that action button. At first, I was kind of skeptical on it. I wasn't too sure I was actually going to be using it. I thought it was just more towards like adventurous, like just a gimmick button. But this thing is actually really useful. You could totally customize it to do many different things. I personally prefer having it dedicated to my workout app. So as soon as I push this button, I can immediately select the workout I'm doing and just begin tracking. This is totally reprogrammable, and if you want to, you can also bypass the need to select the workout and just start the workout right then and there. It's all customizable. I prefer doing it this way because sometimes I'm doing an outdoor run, riding my bike, or I'm on the elliptical. So I like the capability I can just select the workout right here. Now, you may have noticed I am using watchOS 10. I'm on the developer beta, and so far it's working extremely well, although I have been losing some extra battery life. But that's not what I'm talking about right here, because the thing I want to talk about is the Wayfinder watch face. This thing features that night mode. Now on watchOS 10, to enable this, it's done differently, as it will actually utilize the built-in sensors that the Apple Watch has. And if you select the auto mode, you can actually allow the Apple Watch to automatically enable night mode during night situations. This is extremely useful, and I like the fact that I don't even have to think about it anymore. If I'm driving at night, it will automatically enable night mode, which will maintain my night vision, which makes driving at night super convenient, and this works extremely well. So before you had to rotate the digital crown to enable or disable this, now you can just select auto and it does this all automatically, and yes, it works well. I really do like this night mode feature on the new Wayfinder watch face, which is exclusive only to the Apple Watch Ultra, unfortunately, and I don't see Apple ever releasing this on the Series 9 or 8 Apple Watches, unfortunately. And other reasons why I like using the new Wayfinder watch face is if you're also a data freak like I am, you're gonna definitely like the fact you could fit a ton of data on the watch face, as it supports a lot of complications. The quick rundown is I have a solar system monitoring app right here, which allows me to monitor my solar system. I can monitor the battery life of my car. I have quick access to record voice memos right here, as well as identify songs with Shazam without verbally requesting to ask Siri what song is playing. I can check the weather, time zone clock right here, as well as the exact steps I've actually walked. If you're curious what kind of complications I used on a daily basis, I go more in detail right over there. Another question I get asked a lot is, what kind of watch band is this? This is the Pitaka one. I've been using it ever since it was first released, and that was when the Series 7 was released, and I transferred it over to the Apple Watch Ultra, and this is my favorite watch band due to the fact that it has a unique look, as it does mimic like carbon fiber. I believe it's made out of real carbon fiber, but it's super lightweight, it's durable. Also be as durable as the Apple Watch Ultra. I'll be sure to include this one in the description down below. But this is the Pitaka carbon fiber case that I've been using. Some of the other features that the Apple Watch Ultra has over the standard Apple Watches is the additional microphone. And I always forget that it's even there, like it was a feature that Apple added. So I never thought about this, but I do answer phone calls on my wrist quite often, and majority of times I am outdoors, and the fact that I no longer have to actually cover the direction that the wind's blowing on my Apple Watch is super amazing. Callers can always understand me. I no longer have to go into like a quiet location or move to a place that's less windy if I do pick up a call with my Apple Watch. So those additional microphones definitely do make a massive improvement. Same goes for increased volume, as the internal speakers are much louder than previous Apple Watches. Another benefit that I witnessed with the Apple Watch Ultra from my older Apple Watches is the display is 2 times brighter, and it definitely is noticeable, especially when I'm working outdoors. So previously, sometimes I did have to go underneath some shade or cover my watch with my hand just to see what's going on my wrist in case I receive a phone call or a text message. With this one, I no longer have to do that. The 2000 nits of brightness is extremely bright and definitely does make outdoor situations extremely useful and beneficial. So with that said, I love the Apple Watch Ultra. This has been my favorite Apple Watch I've been using all last year. The additional peace of mind of not having to worry about or having to actually take care of the Apple Watch from being exposed to a harsh environment, or having to take this off and put it in my back pocket if I do find myself doing manual labor, that fear is gone with the Apple Watch Ultra. So if you're a blue collar worker or somebody who finds himself in a harsh environment, yeah, this thing is definitely a tank, and for that is a massive selling point, especially if you have a history of accidentally damaging your Apple Watches. But now that it's almost September and the second generation of the Apple Watch Ultra is right around the corner, should you wait for the second generation? Yes. 2 reasons. If you're eyeballing the Apple Watch Ultra, when the second generation is released, retailer stores will easily discount the Apple Watch Ultra, so you'll be able to save some money. But if you actually are okay spending the $800 on the Apple Watch Ultra, the second generation Ultra will actually continue to have that same exact price tag, but leaks have it that a black color is coming. So if you love black, hold off and get that, because that will definitely be a stunning look. In addition to that, it's said that the Next generations of Apple Watches will feature a much more powerful processor than we have ever seen before on any Apple Watch, because this processor is as powerful as the iPhone 13 Pro's processor. So the fact that an Apple Watch is going to have this processor in the upcoming generation tells us a couple of things. That's just going to be some new features exclusive to the Apple Watch Ultra 2 that we haven't yet seen yet, due to the fact that the Apple Watch is much more powerful. So for that, definitely do wait. Hey, if you'd like to watch more, check out this video over here where I go through 100+ features that the Apple Watch can do. This doesn't just include the Apple Watch Ultra, this includes every Apple Watch that's on the latest firmware of watchOS 9. Definitely check out that video so you really understand how to use your Apple Watch to its full potential. Thanks so much for watching.